Hi, my name is Brody Bowman. For my career work, I went to Murray GM. It wasn't my first choice, but I'm really glad I went. The first thing I did was went into an interview. The man who interviewed me, name was Matt Dayton. He was a really nice guy and said I did really well during the interview. During the interview process, I had a lot of fun. Some services provided by Murray GM include oil changes in the express bay, where we can get an oil change done in about 30 minutes, tire work in the tire shop, including patches, rim swaps, and tire rotations, and any mechanic work like diagnostics, vehicle repair, or visual inspections. Now I'm going to explain the process. First, a vehicle will pull in and the man will explain the problem with their vehicle. After pulling the vehicle into the main shop, you have to identify the problem, whether you do it mechanically or you can physically see where it's going wrong. Next, you'll have to grab the correct part from the parts shop. After this, you'll need the appropriate tools for the job. After this, the last thing you do is repair the problem and make sure it's in good shape for the customer. Next, we go see the customer or call them if they've left, and we explain the issue and how we fixed it. Some transferable skills I already have that would be good for my GM include doing oil changes or swapping out a broken part for a new one, which I both learned for my truck. Some transferable skills I learned include how to check the differential oil or transmission fluid, or check a dirty air filter, even communication skills with customers. My most positive experience would be meeting new people, including Jaden, the head mechanic, Brandon, who helps with oil changes, Eric, a mechanic I helped often, and Matt, the manager. Another positive experience is being able to work on multiple cars. At home, I'd only be able to work on my truck, whereas in the shop, we worked on multiple things, ranging from emergency vehicles through to high-end sports cars like Camaros or Corvettes. My most challenging experience was always trying to diagnose problems. Jane had a lot of tricks and often knew what it was because he'd been doing it for a long time. However, me being new, it took quite a while to get it going. But once Jane gave me a hint, a lot of times I'd be able to find it pretty quickly. A couple of my strengths as a worker include being highly committed to work, having a flexible schedule, having a positive attitude, and being able to learn from mistakes. These are very important in a workplace and also very important to a manager. If a manager sees you have these qualities, he knows you might be right for the job. One of my biggest weaknesses is always talking to customers. I always fear that they will get angry that it took too long or mad because it costs too much. But usually customers were quite good with it, and usually they were quite happy at how quickly we did it. I feel like I've gotten a lot more confident in talking to people throughout this time at Murray GM. Now, using the skills I learned, I can put those skills towards my own project truck, and instead of bringing it in to a mechanic, I can do some work myself, and I can even help out my brother with his, or even my father. The best thing about going to Murray GM through my career work was acquiring a part-time job. About a week before I was done, Matt pulled me into his office and offered me a part-time job. After talking it through with Miss Rowe, I was doing oil changes in the express bay and getting paid while doing it. Before coming to Murray GM, the only thing I really knew how to do was change my oil. But now I can do almost anything. One thing I wish I would have done more work on is engine work. I don't really know how to repair an engine or rebuild an engine, but in the future I hope I can learn and figure it out. One thing I love about my part-time job at Murray GM is being able to drive nicer vehicles that I probably wouldn't have been able to drive before anywhere else, including Camaros, Corvettes, or big trucks like dualies. Here are two pictures of me driving a Camaro into the express bay. Thank you everyone for watching my presentation on career work at Murray GM. For future career work students, if you're interested in cars, I really recommend going to Murray GM.
Created using Powtoon.